Hey guys, Natalie here with the Fifth Journey. I wanted to give you guys a quick update on what we have going on. You can hear the little waterfall. Isn't that pretty? So things have been really kind of interesting the last couple months for everybody. And we had done a video, about 2 months ago, talking about what we had going on and that we're going to be posting videos. Well, that hasn't exactly happened because we've been insanely busy. But we have been doing a lot of recording. As you can see, the bees are behind me. I'll put a little snippet in on that. So let me zoom around. Behind me is where the barn is going. Tim is probably going to get noisy here real quick because he's on the skid steer. But we've got the barn going up, really working on that as much as we can. Of course, we've been getting a lot of rain, and it's been a very wet winter and spring, so we're a lot farther behind than we planned on being. So anyway, we, as you know from that video, we did sell our house, and we're living in rental right now, and everything's kind of spread out. The complications with everything in life in general right now is working from home, having your kids or our kids doing school at home, and everything just takes a lot longer. So for those of you kids, you'll understand kind of what I'm talking about, because we're used to having, if you work and your kids are at school, you have about 6, 7, 8 hours a day where they're at school, so you can work, you can run errands, you can do all the stuff, and that's gone away. So not only are you still trying to work, you are being a parent and your kids are home, and you're trying to do the remote schooling, making sure they exercise, making sure that all the homework's done, everything like that. So everything's just been pushed back. Everything just takes a long time to get done right now. So it is what it is. There goes the skid steer, if you can hear that. So it is what it is. We're just, behind, but we're still taking videos of everything, and we will be getting those out to you. I just finished up teaching my classes, my dance classes online this last week, so I'm done with that for the semester. And it really was interesting having it that way. I do miss not having closure in the studio. For those of you who are teachers, not having that closure in your classroom is very hard, and it's very interesting not being able to really say goodbye to your students. So that is done for me right now. My kids still have another week, so hopefully, knock on wood, things will kind of change schedule-wise so we can get going more on this. Anyway, so walking through or down kind of the gravel road, and the field that was off to my right is it is a wildflower field. Most of these are native wildflowers and have not been plowed or anything. That one doesn't have very many of the spring bulbs or spring flowers, but it does have a lot of black-eyed Susans that will come up later on. And we did I planted a bunch of iris in there and some other things in there. We did plant some tulips and daffodils. You will be getting some of these videos of the plants and everything and what we have going on later on, but we're getting there. So this field, this is what I love. There is a paved road nearby, which is, it's nicer in the country, but it's super handy having that paved road, because I did grow up in the country down gravel roads, 30 minutes from the nearest town. So we are in the country now, but we're not that far away from the nearest town. So this field is all native. It has never been plowed. It has never had anything done to it, which is amazing. So the wildflowers are absolutely gorgeous. They're not quite as yellow every time we come out here. Well, somebody has to come out here every day because we have the chickens out here now, and we do have the barn cats, and we do have to come out here every single day to take care of them. But anyway, every day it changes. So I'm working on identifying all of them. There is Dame's Rocket. There's, I'm pretty sure it's lupine. It has the leaves out, but they haven't flowered yet. Looks like a primrose. There is, let's see, Widow's Tears, False Indigo, or Wild Indigo. There's a lot of different plants out there, a lot of different species of clover. So I'm really excited about this field. It really makes me happy, really happy being out here. Another thing that's going on in this area, and then where the other field was, is that's where we're going to be planting our fruit trees. And so far, I started working on some stuff in the fall, and actually had more trees delivered today from Stark Brothers. So I've been getting some stuff from them. They have really good quality trees. Anyway, I'm not getting you money for that, just letting you know. So in this field, I have one apple planted over there. These are all still very young, so it's probably going to be a couple more years before they even fruit. But I have one apple over there. I have 2 more apples that I have ordered, so there'll be 3 total. I'm going to kind of zoom over right here. I have 2 pairs right over there. And then over here, I have 5 different varieties of cherries. So the ones that I've ordered will be the 2 pairs, and then I have 2 nectarines, and then 3 different plum trees. So it's going to be great, a great variety. Things that I can make the pies and make jams and jellies. I love doing that. Eating, of course, and hopefully bringing to the local market. We also have the grapevines, and I planted some raspberries. We have rhubarb that I planted, and there's some blueberries. We also have found 5 so far, 5 mulberry trees that are mature, so we're excited about those. That's one of my husband's favorites, Tim's favorites, and especially the kids that love to climb up there and eat the mulberries. So hopefully we can get some of those before the birds do and make some jams and jellies and pies with that too. We've been able to find some wild blackberries. You can see along that fence row over there. Actually, that big one right there is actually a wild rose, and it smells amazing, absolutely amazing. But the ones on either side of it are wild blackberry. It's actually, the wild rose is pink now. It wasn't pink the last time I was out here. It was more of a white. So we have a lot going on right now. We will be sharing a lot of the videos. We have been taking videos of the progress of what we have going on. And of course the bees. We have the chickens now. So that is something that, let's see, they are, look at the calendar, I think they're about 10 weeks old. We got hens, egg-laying chickens for that because we really wanted to get eggs now. We got 15 of the baby chicks. They ended up in the garage of the house that we sold, and then we did move them out here. We did have some warm weather, so we did move them out here a week earlier than we had intended, but that's okay. They're doing really great. My dad worked really, really hard on the chicken coop and has that all set up, ready to go. We will be free-ranging them when we are out here more often, so we'll have free-range eggs, which will be amazing. And then as things progress, we will be getting other animals, and we'll be getting more chickens so we can actually have free-range meat. That's part of the goal too. So we have a lot going on top of life in general. So we hope that everybody is doing really, really well right now, as well as can be, staying healthy, staying safe. I know everything is uncertain. Everybody's taking it a day at a time. But just want to give you kind of an update of what we have going on. Been really busy. I know everybody's been busy in different ways. And one thing with the dance and the fitness, I do still plan on doing those. I had actually planned to do a couple videos in the craft room because that was part of that in the house that we sold, was to have a section of that to do videos. And while it was empty, I was going to do maybe, I don't know, a handful of ballet videos just to have them ready. Well, right before I was going to do it, I was helping carry some furniture downstairs, and I rolled my ankle. And that was a month ago. It's still swollen. I can walk on it, but no releves. It hurts to point it, so it is what it is. But I will be getting some dance videos out there, some fitness videos. I do have some saved that I still need to put out there. But keep an eye on those. Keep an eye on the page. We will start getting videos out there. And working kind of backwards. We want to start from the beginning so you can kind of see the progress. But that's what we have going on. Thank you so much for watching. Be well, take care of yourself, take care of your family, make sure you get out, get some exercise, get some fresh air. We've been getting a lot of rain here. It's super muddy, but it's still very, very important to get out, get some sunshine. Take care of yourself. We'll see you later. I'm actually going to start in the old rail car barn. So this barn was built with 2 very, very old rail cars. And the one over here, like I said, we have stuff stored. We're going to be moving things around. We have our farm cats. We have 3 of them. The other one are running off. If you have a farm and you have barns, you have to have cats because of all the mice and rats and everything to keep them at bay. So we did clear out these 2. These were full of a lot of hay, and thankfully a couple months ago we were able to get them cleaned out before basically we couldn't anymore, and people had to go back home. So this is the chicken coop that my dad, I'm not going to go in, but this is the chicken coop my dad had worked on really, really hard the last couple months, and our chickens are, gosh, about 10 weeks old, 10, 11 weeks old now. And we will be free ranging them. Let me go around the barn and I'll show you the outside coop. try not to move too fast. So coming out here, lots of burn piles. There's one. There's lots of debris to clean up. This is a work in progress, guys. So this was a little raised flower bed, not flower bed, excuse me, produce, put vegetables in there. This was not permanent. We just wanted to get some stuff going, and it's not square because there's a ton of rock, and I could not get the posts in the ground, so I had to keep moving them. But we have a few things planned in there, stuff coming up, coming around here. That was the old horse barn. We haven't done anything with that one yet. We do need to get that one cleaned out. We had some people lined up to help us with it, but like I said, it's 2020 and kind of hard to get people to come and help right now. So this is the outside area of the rail barn. We don't know, this is kind of like a lean-to. We don't know if they had goats or cows or what, or pigs or something out here. But the chickens will be free range, so we have the door here that will get opened up. They think I have treats, so that's why they're coming to say hello. Of course, they're curious, aren't you? Think I have some treats for you, don't you? Okay. So again, this area will be cleaned up. This is actually, the perimeter of this area is fenced in. We just need to clean it up. So if we do get goats or something like that, then we'll be able to put them in here. Area. We have some blueberry plants that I transplanted over. I did plant raspberries along the fence row. I don't know if they'll stay there. Last fall and early this spring, a lot of it was just getting it out here, getting it transplanted. This area, which you will see in videos, was actually completely overgrown. We didn't think we were going to be able to work on it until really next winter, but we were able to get in here. Tim was able to get in here some equipment and really get it cleaned up. There's a rock wall that runs all the way down, and it had some old daffodils that were planted there, some yucca. I went ahead and transplanted over some iris and lilies and a few other things, and it's pretty much done blooming for this time of year. There are some other stuff that will still bloom, like the lilies and the yucca. Those still need to bloom, but it's kind of later in the season. But this is one of our favorite areas. I'll go ahead and move on. So the homestead is really close, or the original homestead is really close to this area, and it's going to be where we are planting. You saw, not planting, excuse me, where we're going to be building our house or our home. And you saw a little bit out of the corner where Tim was building. Wanted to get past that because there's quite a bit of noise where he's building. So in front of us, you see the beehives. We were able to add 3 more on, and I'll jump over to a video of that real quick. We have our busy bees. We actually have 5 hived now. We haven't moved the 5th one over yet. So the white one over here actually had been forming queen cells, so we split that one twice. So the one we split is that green and white one, and then the yellow one. This one right here was one that we cut out of a barn, and the 5th one is over in a field right now. We set up 2 trap hives to catch some swarms, and that one did actually catch one. So they've made their new home there. We're going to leave it there for a couple more days. It's been there for about a week and a half, and then we'll move it over here. And judging by the pile of clothes, the kids are in the creek, or the little stream. Hello! We have a little stream through there the girls like to play in, so obviously they're down there. Is it nice and cool? Okay. All right, so moving on. Yes, it is hot today. So this little area over here, this one has wildflowers, and more of the late summer, like the black-eyed Susans. I did plant a few different things in here, a bunch of irises. The problem with this particular field, I'm going to show you this. The problem with this particular field, it is mostly poison ivy. There's a lot of poison ivy out here. Holy cow. And if you don't know what it looks like, I'm going to show you. And I should have shown you the vine over by the barn, but I forgot. There's a huge vine. Okay. You see those lower plants over here? That's all poison ivy. And I do have high boots on. You can see all that. All those short plants, that's all poison ivy. All of it. Whole sea of it. So I'm not going to be going in here. Not quite sure what we're going to do about this. I don't know if we need to burn this field or what we need to do to get rid of that, but it's pretty bad. So poison ivy, leaves of 3, let it be. Leaves of 5, let it thrive. It kind of looks like a little bit of a mitten. Another quick little lesson on poison ivy. This one right there is poison ivy. That one is Virginia creeper. So the saying is leaves of 3, let it be. Leaves of 5, let it thrive. So a lot of people confuse Virginia creeper, because it is a vine growing up on houses and stuff and trees, as poison ivy. It is not. The one that looks a little bit like a mitten is poison ivy. So that right there is poison ivy. That's poison ivy. That's poison ivy. That over there is Virginia creeper. And I'm going to show you something else. So if you see a fuzzy vine on a house or a barn, don't touch it. So this up here, see how massive that is? That's all poison ivy. That's a vine. Those leaves are as big as my hand. So now you know, hopefully, what poison ivy looks like. Stay away from it. It's terrible. See, there's some. You see it? There's some poison ivy right there. I've had it nonstop for, actually, really since we bought the land. It keeps popping up, and the problem with when there's not leaves on the plant, you can still get it because it's in the oils. So if you touch the vine, you can definitely get it. So walking through here, we're going to go to the main meadow, which is my absolute favorite. Actually, I have lots of favorites. I'll probably just be saying, this is my favorite, this is my favorite. Anyway, walking through this area, we do have some more dirt work that we need to do because there's a lot of water. If you saw the mud, we've had a lot of rain. But there's a lot of water that flows through here. So when we bought the land, this was a complete mud pit, and we have had to bring a lot of rock in, and still there's a lot of mud. So we're digging ditches and trying to get the water to flow into the little streams. There's a lot of little streams in here that flow into the main creek area. Thank you for joining me on this quick tour of the farm. Be sure to like and subscribe for future updates and videos. We have a lot going on and a lot to share with you. Be safe, be well, take care of yourself, and we'll see you guys again soon.